You see someone pull up in a brand new car, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, wow, this person must be well off. But what if I told you that that's probably not the case, and most times they're actually broke? And it's not the money that makes them broke, it's actually the ego that makes them broke. Here's what I mean by that. You see, ego spending is when you buy something not because you need it, not even because you want it, but because of what it says about you. Like the car you could barely afford, or that watch that makes you feel important, or even picking up the dinner tab for your group of friends when in reality you shouldn't be. And you tell yourself that this is confidence, this is, well, me keeping up, this is me just being me. But that's not really the case. Every time your ego reaches for your wallet, well, there goes your future, you paying the price. You see, there's this concept in psychology called identity protection. So what does this really mean? Well, it's quite simple. It's when the person that you portray yourself to be doesn't quite match what your bank account says you are. And a lot of people get this mixed up. And what ends up happening is that your brain tries to bridge the gap between what is reality and what you are trying to portray. And here's the thing, it actually works for about 5 minutes. Then the new thing becomes the old thing, and then, well, that gap between what is reality, which is what you see in your bank account, and what you portray yourself to be, well, that gap opens up again and your brain tries to fill that gap. And it's an endless cycle. And what a lot of people mistake it for is having a spending problem, when in fact you're actually having an identity crisis. But here's where most people miss. It's not about what was spent. It's about what could have been that which you spent. Think about it. You see, when I helped people build investment portfolios, I saw this play out in real time. Someone would come in making 6 figures and they would actually have nothing accumulated. Now, where did all that money go? Well, it's quite simple. It went into their ego. It went into them buying that car that they barely could afford and stretching out the payments. So then therefore that $400 they could be putting into savings, well, now that's going into a depreciating asset. Or that one apartment that you thought you could afford, but in reality you couldn't afford because you bought it in an upscale area, and now you're struggling to make the payments. So if they didn't accumulate anything, where did all that money go? And that was typically the question I had for myself was, well, they should be having more savings than this. Well, it's pretty simple. You see, when your ego is in the driver's seat, you tend to go places you don't want to go. Now, I'll give an example. Say you save $300 a month and invested it over 20 years at a reasonable return. That could be a potential $150,000 saved in those 20 years. Now, your ego just cost you a down payment for a new home or an investment property, and you didn't even notice it. Next time you make a purchase, ask yourself the simple question, am I doing this because I actually need to, or am I doing this because my ego needs to prove that I'm a person that I'm actually not? And it's okay to admit you're not that person yet, right? I mean, you could work to get there where you'll be able to spend without, batting an eye. But until you get there, don't fake it till you make it, because faking it till you make it will keep you broke. I know that comes in a good place, but if you really think about it, you shouldn't be faking that you're rich, because you will never make it. Think about it. I mean, it's like, come on. Why would you fake being rich, racking up credit card debt, eating up your savings, not saving at all, just to fake it that you're rich? Now, here's the thing. Financially free people, well, they don't try to show it. They don't try to show that they're financially free. They just live their life in a way that provides them with options, provides them with freedom to do the things that they want to do because they're financially free. You see the gap, which is the distance between your income and your expenses, that's your wealth building engine. And your ego is the thing that keeps closing that gap, making it impossible for you to be able to build wealth. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't buy nice things. I'm not saying don't treat yourself. I'm not saying don't take care of yourself. That is not what I'm saying at all. That's far from the message that I'm trying to share with you. Now, you may say, well, I could just make more money. The reality is no amount of money can compensate for financial carelessness. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to understand how money actually works.